Going live. There we go. Now we're live. Whoops, here we go. Here's.
Across the station, we make fun of information. You wait, we hope we'll amuse. We just love to give you the news.
Oh, yeah, you kids are not going to believe what happened. But what happened was thank you very much. Thank you for being there. We just had a heck of a show, and I forgot to play one. But trust me, had you been there, it was really funny. With me, of course, is our other kidder, Tim Slagle from Indiana, the Aristotle of comedy. Tim, happy Martin Luther King Day to you.
Same to you, Dale. You know what? I think we should use that excuse every week. This is the second time we've been through this. The first one was brilliant.
Yeah, this one probably won't be nearly as good, but you should have been there for the first one that wasn't there.
Well, the winter is half over now, Dale. In just a couple months, we'll be setting the clocks back and going back to calling climate change global warming.
And everybody's announcing their run for the presidency now. So, you know, Mitt Romney is about to throw his handcrafted hat into the ring. This is like, you know, really bad deja vu. I mean, we got Jeb Bush and Clinton, and isn't there another family out there that can run for president? Somebody we don't know. And
yeah, wouldn't that be funny if it's Hillary and Jeb? It's either way you get a Bush.
Is that Hillary could name, I think, Bill as her vice presidential running mate, and Jeb could name GW. So it could be a totalitarian state all over again.
And since you talked over it the first time, Jeb or Hillary, either way you get a Bush.
Well, we don't know that for sure because I haven't seen a copy of the Weekly World News in a while, but I'm not sure. All right, folks, we still have more, and these are all different stories because, you know, that's how up to date we are. But his first one is about a kid. Let's see, his name is Alex Malarkey. Alex Malarkey. That should give you a tip right there with the last name Malarkey. He wrote a book, The Boy Who Came Back from Heaven. Wrote it with his father, and he said that when he was 6 years old, that he was in a coma for 6 months, and he said that during that point he died and he went to heaven and he saw all this cool stuff, and then he came back and he wrote this book, and now he's saying, you know, seriously, I really never went there. I never even read the Bible.
Some people kind of suspected that he was lying when he said he met Tammy Faye Baker.
And so the publisher, Tyndall House, is pulling the book off the shelf along with all of the related ancillary products, you know, which included the I Went to Heaven baseball caps and the T-shirt that said I went to heaven and all I got was this lousy So apparently, you know, I'm thinking about doing one. You know, I went to hell and came back, because if it doesn't have to be true, you just make stuff up. You know, you tell people, you know, when you go to hell, bring a sweater because it's really not that warm. They just turn the air up real high so you're miserable. And the only thing you can get on TV is, you know, the Kardashians, and all you can get for food is beets. So, you know,
all you can get on TV is the Kardashians. My God, I think I'm already in hell, Dale.
You gotta go for that bonus cable package, you know. And speaking of Bush,
yeah, you get the bonus cable package, and then you get the making of the Kardashians.
now it's going to be the remaking of Bruce Jenner, and we'll see if he has a Bush when this is all over. So. Now, related to that is somebody who isn't dead yet, but they think they're dead. Haley Smith suffers from something called walking corpse syndrome, where she woke up one morning and she thought she was dead. So she went to school anyhow, but she thinks that she's dead, and She liked to hang out in cemeteries, to hang out with her fellow dead people, and liked watching zombie things because she thought for sure she was dead. This is called a hangover. Yeah, she'd have picnics in the cemetery.
They actually brought her back by showing her Disney princess movies.
Yeah, the Disney people, not the Disney people, but Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, Little Mermaid. She watched those. She goes, I'm not dead. I'm animated.
Yeah, and after the 12th time she heard Under the Sea, she wished she was dead.
So now her and her boyfriend are going to get married. They're hoping to get jobs at Disney World. So that's about as close to being dead as you can get.
Yeah, no, it's a cast member. Cast member.
A full-body cast member. All right, the rest of these stories are all animal stories. In a salute to Larry Lou. Jack, the first one is the Oxford University Press, and I don't know if they're over in this country or if they're in England. Probably England. Anyhow, they are banning school book authors from using anything about pigs or sausages in their writing. So if you're going to write a book for kids, you can't mention pigs or sausages because you might offend somebody.
Yeah, does Oxford Press really think they're going to be able to stop 12-year-old boys from talking about sausages?
Yeah, sausage, your wiener, you can...
Bratwurst.
and how are they going to learn how to count their toes? Okay, you can't do that.
I tell you, if you banned people from talking about bacon, half of Facebook would go dark.
And there would go Kevin Bacon's career and all the people.
Yeah. I think we have to remember that Oxford is just a fancy name for cattle crossing.
Well, get the oxes to ford the stream and put on those fancy shoes while you're doing it. Well, speaking of bacon, or pretty much any kind of food, there's a guy in Los Angeles has a pet alligator, which he's had for 40 years. Most people in Los Angeles just call this an agent. And this guy has had it in his backyard, apparently, and now the neighbors are complaining that the alligator is eating their cats. I don't know.
That is the best thing about a pet alligator. After they get a certain size, you don't have to buy pet food anymore.
Guess they're blaming this guy for saying, bring your cats over for a play date. And But yeah, the poor alligator is now it's been taken away to the zoo where he's probably not going to get any cats to eat, but just alligator food, alligator chow by Purina. And speaking of zoos, over in Israel at the Ramat Gan Zoo, this is a suburb of Tel Aviv, they have a rhino exhibit, and they had a zoo guard sitting outside the gate to the rhino exhibit, and his only job was to make sure that the rhinos stayed in the pen. You would think that would be an easy job. He fell asleep. Three rhinos escaped. They took it on the lam.
Well, it was not easy. You know how hard it was for those rhinos to learn how to tiptoe?
Well, they watched Fantasia, another Disney movie, and they saw the ballerina hippos. And this is what we got to do.
They'll be easy to find. Yeah, just look for him to show up in the 2016 primary.
along with everybody else. Mitt Romney's back in the race again. Bush. There's the only families that are allowed to run this country, apparently. And Obama, his family would run, but they're all still over in Kenya. So, well, my friends, this is all we have for you. But it's the second time we did it, and you notice how smooth and clean it was.
Yeah, we should start practicing these
We miss our spiritual advisor, Vicky, who is doing Bible bingo right now over in the Philippines for 6 million people. She's over there with the Pope and giving away little prizes, which ironically were made in the Philippines. So, people are winning crap that they put together. But that's it. If you'd like to be a kidder, really send us your resume, send us a video, and let us know what you could bring to this show other than, humor and knowing how to work the machine so you go
we don't want to break the streak.
Because it's really just Tim and me. It's our little lunch break every Monday where, we just provide our own lunches. But you got anything coming up, Tim?
I think I'm going to go see Bible bingo this weekend.
I'm going to go to the zoo and just open up the doors, And this is Martin Luther King Day. I should wrap up by saying, and he had a dream. Do you have a dream?
Yeah, I have a dream that someday national holidays will no longer be used as an excuse to sell mattresses.
No kidding. How many do you need in one year? I've got like 8 piled up in the garage, just to be patriotic. I have a dream that someday the people in Hollywood will be judged by the content of their character, not by who they're sleeping with. You can act. Otherwise, get a job at Toys R Us. Okay, well that wraps up the special second edition, which you very rarely see, but it's still coming to you for pretty much for our amusement. On behalf of me and Tim, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
We hope to see you again next Monday. Bye bye. This one I'm pretty sure counts.